Hey guys, so this video, the goal here is to teach you about something called isometric ramping. I've got a blog post on my website, Reclaim Restore Health, explaining all the intricacies of why and what to use isometric ramping for. In this video, we want to just kind of more explain how to do it. So isometric ramping is an alternative to what traditionally people have been using foam rolling for. So foam rollers can be a tool that's useful, but on the whole, the way they're used currently, we're actually irritating and upregulating the nervous system rather than calming it down. So most of the time people use foam rollers for tight muscles, and often that tightness is something called neurological tightness. If you feel like you have a tone or tightness in, say, your hamstrings or your traps or tissue that is the entire muscle, that's most often neurological tightness. And actually, if you use a foam roller and you essentially smash that tissue, you're going to actually increase pain and upregulate the nervous system, which then perpetuates the problem. That's all fully explained in that blog post, so check it out. Otherwise, what we can do is something called isometric ramping. So instead of using our foam roller, we'll put them away, use it as a nice pillow. We're gonna use something like a ball. You can use a ball, you can use your fist if you don't have a ball, or you can even use your fingers in tissue, so in whatever muscle tissue you're going to use. Now, this isometric ramping is a very simple concept where you're actually trying to make your nervous system calm down and make it pay attention to the tissue that is touching the ball. So you can use it in your traps, as I said, your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back, any big muscle, really anywhere. You can use it in the tiny little muscles. You just might need a smaller cue, like your finger or something like that. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you through an isometric ramping session of tissue. So I'm going to do something that a lot of people have an issue with actually today, and that is the outside of our hip capsule. A lot of people have really a lot of tightness on the outside of their hip capsule, and this is super effective at calming and getting that down. So people who sit a lot, people who use their hips a lot in different activities might have this tightness and tension, and it might be actually more neurological than it is mechanical. So by using isometric ramping, you can calm that down and you'll feel that tissue, that protection let go. Protection, speaking of, the other reason to really use isometric ramping is when you have muscular spasm. So if you think of an acute spasm, we had injury, we have post-spasm to protect. Often that then lasts for a long period of time, and what we need to do is we need to then stop our nervous system from protecting. We need to calm it back down. Using isometric ramping can do that. So it's used for general tightness, especially if it's the entire muscle. It's used for acute spasm, or also even if you just want to get more awareness and control into certain tissues. So you can use it in that way as well, where you actually just make your body learn and pay attention and calm your nervous system. Okay, so we'll take you through. So we're going to take this hard ball, and all we're going to do is I'm going to pop it into, so if I find my hip joint, which is that bony side, if you're on the side there, you can find it just above it, and then there's another bone at the top called the ASIS, and we just want to bisect and go in the middle of that. So we're going to lay on our side. So I'm going to put not all of my body weight, so I'm keeping up on my shoulder here, I'll just move slightly down, and then I'm going to just let my body sink onto that tissue. Some of you may get an actual trigger point here where it starts to refer down the leg. Go to tolerance, but this is actually perfect for you if you're getting that kind of thing. So it might start to radiate a little bit down because there is a trigger point there, which is just a referral from in that muscle. It usually takes a bit of time, 7, 10, 15 seconds, and it will start to go. Some people may not have that at all. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start with just a contraction. So where that ball is, I'm first just relaxing my tissue on top of the ball. And then with my breath, I'm going to start to contract and tense the tissue touching that ball. So as I breathe in, I'm going to slowly ramp that up to a contraction on that ball, like I'm trying to spit it out. After that, I'm going to slowly ramp down. So we're going to slowly back off that contraction as we breathe out. So I'll take you through that, and then I'll talk you through a couple times. So I'm going to take a breath. Also, key here, if you actually close your eyes, you'll be able to focus and pay attention more. So we're gonna take a breath in. So as I breathe in, I'm going to start to contract. So I'm gonna breathe in. As I tense, breathing in, up to 4 seconds, 5 seconds max, and then I hold for a couple seconds, and now I'm gonna slowly breathe out. As I slowly relax all the muscle that I contracted, and you'll see your body melt more onto the ball. So I'm not gonna actually do the breathing because it's quite hard to talk and breathe at the same time, in the sense that I can't actually talk you through this. So what I'm gonna get you to do is you're gonna do the breathing now. So we have your ball in your selected tissue. Try it here. You can try it in your traps or your glutes or wherever you feel. And I want you to start ramping up. So on a count of 4, we're gonna ramp that up. So we're tensing that tissue, 20, 40, 60, up to our greatest effort, holding that contraction at the top of our inspiration. And then we're gonna slowly breathe out as we slowly ramp down on about 8 seconds. Now, we do the 4-8 breathing because what happens is you calm your nervous system. That is a parasympathetic stimulus. So we are going to inspire or breathe in on a 4 count and breathe out on an 8 count. And as we breathe in, we're gonna ramp that contraction up. And then as we breathe out, we're gonna slowly calm it down, which calms your nervous system. Let's do one more set here. So we're gonna start on a count of 4, ramping up. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the top of our breath there, we're gonna hold for a couple seconds and we're gonna slowly go down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, do that maybe 3, 4, 5 times, or if you're in acute spasm, as much as you need to calm that tissue down. As I said, breathing in on a 4, out on an 8. As you breathe in, slowly ramp up that contraction, tightening the tissue, touching the ball. Close your eyes, pay attention to where that ball is, scan your body, feel for where it is. Once you get to that 4, you can hold for a couple seconds. Slowly breathe out as you release that contraction and your tissue melts on top. The ball will then go in further and you'll feel that deeper contraction into the tissue, and we just relax. Repeat that. As I said, this is called isometric ramping of your tissue. Really great for neurological tightness, spasm, or just overall tension, as long as it's a whole muscle. Okay? See you guys soon.